Greetings, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in to another edition of Female Barber Talk with Yah-Tay. I am back with another episode, and if you all have been following, watching, or taking in for this month, you'll know that I've been doing pardon me, I just dropped a pin. You all know that I've been doing a series called From Boots to Barbershop, honoring military veteran barbers. So we have another special guest tonight, and actually, Leon has been on before, but because he is a U.S. Marine, we're bringing him back for this series this month that we're doing, entitled, like I said, From Boots to Barbershop. We're honoring military veteran barbers. So I want to say this: if you're a barber out there and you're a veteran, male or female, hit me up because I would love to have you on. I just started this series. I will do it every November. While I'm here, I'll do it every November. But I do want to start bringing more voices on of those who have served in the military. Don't matter the branch or if you was reserve or not. Same. Okay, same. So we are with episode number 45, and this one is titled From Service to Significance: How Leon Taylor Makes a Difference One Cut at a Time. So, as I normally do, I'm going to introduce him, but with that, we got to take care. I don't have sponsorship yet, but we're going to take care of some stuff. So if you're just now tuning in, I am Yah-Tay Keaton, also known as Yah-Tay the Barber Stylist. I am a barber stylist here in the Columbia, South Carolina area. I'm also a certified life coach and life purpose and career coach, and a few other things I won't get into, but I will say I just got certified as a sensory safe solution provider, which is someone who works with neurodivergent children. I am a barber, I am a stylist, and I'm certified as a braider because those were the categories. But nonetheless, I recently became certified. My background, I've worked with children for, I keep counting, but it was 16 years at the time that I went full time in the barbering. But nonetheless, it's 20 plus years now. It's 20, going into 21. Anywho, let's get going with tonight's special guest, Leon Taylor. He's a dedicated barber with 4 years of professional experience, known for his steady hands, sharp skill set, and genuine care for every client who sits in his chair. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, I can't even get it out, Cleveland, Ohio. He now resides in Lexington, South Carolina, where he continues to grow in his craft and serves the community with precision and pride. A proud former U.S. Marine, Leon carries the discipline, focus, and commitment to excellence from his military service into every aspect of his work behind the chair. I got to tell y'all this. Leon helped me out a whole lot with fades in school, y'all. So he even let me cut his hair. But anywho, we're going to bring him on. His journey from Marine to barber is a powerful testament of resilience, purpose, and passion for helping people look and feel their best. I don't have any hand clapping, but we're going to get Leon in the room. Welcome, Leon. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you tuning in with us yet again.
Hey, Yah-Tay.
Hey, how's it going? Happy belated Veterans Day.
It's going.
I know the Marines just had a birthday. Years, right?
We always got to recognize that first.
Right. Y'all had a birthday first, and then it was Veterans Day. Right. And I also I was doing the research. I'm like 250 years because the guy that we had on, I had on before, Clyde, he was a U.S. Marine reservist, but still Marine. He was telling me, because it was that Sunday, the night that I did it, he was like, yeah, the Marine's birthday is tomorrow. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know it was the 1st. I mean, the 10th. I didn't know it was the 10th. So I was like, okay. And that's when I text you the next day. happy birthday, happy Marine birthday.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, thank you once again for joining. It's always a pleasure to have you on. We go way back to school, way back to
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. And first, I'd like to say your introduction is amazing. I appreciate your words. I resonate so much with them. I mean, it was like your words are so thoughtful and thought out. It really means a lot. Yah-Tay.
No problem. I'm gonna be honest with you. I um I jot stuff down on paper what I feel, especially if I know the individual. And then I try to write it succinctly in a manner that it flows, and then I just throw it in Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT to rephrase. No, I'm serious.
So yeah,
To fluff it up, reflate. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Rephrase it so it flows. Because when I think, I do like brainstorming, and I put it on paper.
yeah.
Just put it on paper. And I took the info I was like, don't worry about it. I'll put it together. Just send me some bullet points. And that's how I worked it. And then I was like, you know what?
I
This
say it
ain't
worked.
sounding right.
It
This,
worked.
this,
It
this
sounds
ain't
good.
quite what I want it to be. And I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this in Chat GPT. And
It
sure
worked.
enough,
It
yeah.
worked.
So, but you can see that I because I know you.
Yeah,
It's genuine, it's authentic, and it's real. It's
yeah.
real. Uh, Wait, we got a few folks in the room. Hey, Afro Science Hair. Thank you for tuning in. That's Ladosha and or Cheryl popping in. And ouch, he cute. Somebody say ouch, he cute. That's what Hair Science say. Hey, that's the Marine. Ooh rah. He
75.
said, oh,
A
she
little
said,
older now, but I mean, I'm still good.
right. I'm gonna put up that Marine picture just a little bit. Oh, he looks good. I guess I'll be watching the entire podcast. Well, thank you for tuning in. Oh, it's Ladosha. Hey, Ladosha, thank you for joining. Greatly appreciate it. So, Ladosha and Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle, and Ladosha Wright, aka Key Lolo, they run a podcast called Afro Hair Science, and they basically talk about textured hair,
Yeah.
Afro hair from a scientific perspective. They teach from a scientific perspective as well. I've attended one of their seminars. Um,
Yeah, that
in
sounds like
that,
something I need to take. I need to
yeah,
listen to him take.
because what we learn in the traditional setting, though it is fundamentally sound, however it's not specific to our hair texture, which is why we got the straight hair and textured hair, and everybody else pretty much falls under straight hair and textured hair. Those are the two.
Yeah,
And when we're talking about the two, we oftentimes know that texture hair is related to those of African descent or,
yeah.
along that lines. And straight hair, that's categorized as others,
Yeah,
everybody else. I'm
yeah.
being politically correct and sound in me demonstrating this, but she
No,
said,
you know.
your number one fan. Thank you, Ladosha. She also says, we love Yah-Tay's platform. Thank you. And I get a lot of what I do, how I do things from watching them as well, because they're in the industry. They've been in the industry a long time.
Yeah.
I want to say Ladosha is 25 years, and she's from Ohio. I
Oh no,
forget where she's from. Put it in. Is it Cleveland too, Ladosha? And Cheryl is out in California. Her
no, no.
father is the famous Willie Morrow. So he was a pioneer in the industry. So she has legacy and longevity. She's from Cleveland too.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
okay. See, look
okay.
at that, look at that. So they bring a lot of knowledge, information, inspiration, and they also talk on a lot of hot topics. The dumbest ish people say about black hair.
Yeah.
So Afro textured hair. So they debunk a lot of the myths and things along those lines. And on
Very
my
true.
platform, it's about really amplifying and sharing the female voice within the industry. As a female barber stylist, it's still a predominantly male industry, even though we've been in it for centuries. However, we're starting to not only be seen, but recognized. And I'm saying it as if it's new, but it's been new before me.
No,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. So
So I
just
just want
bringing
to
it
have
more
a
to the
place.
spotlight. Mm.
Right, right. I just want to have a place for our voices because we see things differently. We view things differently. Collectively, I think it brings a well-rounded vantage point to the industry. So I just want to do my part. And as I mentioned
You doing it?
before,
You
I
doing it?
have others on like yourself in the industry. Um, different aspects of it. So that's my goal, is to bring our voice to the forefront as well as those who are in the a barber, more
Yeah,
specifically in
yeah,
beauty industry as well,
yeah.
and other professionals that play a key part in what we do. Like um, I've had a not physical therapist, but a massage therapist on talking about the importance of taking care of our body. I'm still trying to get a podiatrist on. I haven't gotten the word back from that,
Okay.
dealing with our feet and shoes and all of that good stuff. Um, and there are a
So
few
that
other
plays
people
a
that
role.
yeah, I'm trying to get on as well. Mental health therapist. I have a dear friend in my hometown who's a licensed mental health therapist that I'm trying to get on as well. A sister,
Yeah,
I would like to bring on to share some things. We had the topic before, we talked about the conversation before, but
yeah.
nonetheless, I want to get her on too. So
I
I
think
do
that'll be
want
a
to
nice, really, really nice topic. That'll be good because people
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
you can get
Brandy
burnt
and I
out.
talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can
we
get burnt.
talked about mental health.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you say?
No, I was gonna say no. I was gonna say it's easy to get burned out, and
Yeah,
some people, they have a hard time separating their personal life from their work life.
right,
Yeah,
right. It is difficult. It is challenging, and for us to service people and going through ourselves, we got to leave it at the door because they're looking for us to provide a service,
there
and
you go.
sometimes they're coming in for us. The
Yeah,
encouragement, the support, the cheerleading squad, or the ear to hear, or things along those lines. So we're like their therapists in essence, or
yeah,
coaches.
yeah,
So you're right, we can get
yeah.
burnt out,
Yeah.
and we want to balance that. So
Yeah. Like I say, some people I tell some people all the time, I'm not a big talker, but like sometimes I feel like people it just take a minute to relax out of your day and just let somebody else do something for you. You know what I'm saying?
right, yes, yes. So tonight's topic, once again, episode 45, titled From Service, I'm going to say Surveillance, From Service to Significance, How Leon Taylor Makes a Difference, One Cut at a Time. I got, some questions that we're going to ask.
Yeah.
But before I get into that, we're going to talk about him transitioning from the military to the barber industry. What drives his love for cutting hair? Because y'all, if you caught the last podcast, episode 18, I'm gonna link it in the comments. So if you get a chance to watch it, check that out too. Um, he had been cutting hair way before he started cutting hair officially, or professionally. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that, and and how he continues to serve his community with purpose and pride. So Leon, uh, let's get started with your background.
Yeah.
What inspired you to actually serve in the military? And of course, I've already said what branch were you in, but tell us again what branch you were in and why you chose that branch. Tell us why you chose it.
I mean, be honest with you, I mean it's kind of a short story, but
We got time. We got
well,
time.
I mean honestly, it was just I was raised by my grandmother in
Okay.
place of my dad. and my mom
Okay.
at a certain age, and she did a great job raising me. But as I got older, I was very humble kid. You know, I
Uh-huh.
wanted to make sure that I was doing my part so that everything wouldn't fall on her and feel
Got
heavy.
you.
And so I think they literally came to the school. I took the ASVAB, and just so happened, I did well on the ASVAB. And
Wow.
what happened was I'll never forget this guy, my recruiter. If you're out there and you're listening, his name was Sergeant Anthony Clark. Um, he was a great guy. Great guy. He made sure I had other recruiters and everything come into the house, but they just never had anything together. They just never had it right. But this guy, man, he just made sure we all got together and worked out, and we had a good teamwork and relationship, and just
Okay.
collab real great. And so his effort is honestly what made me want to become a Marine.
Okay.
Seeing how much energy he put into the recruits or poolies, whatever you want to call us at the time. Um,
Uh-huh.
that's what made me want to go into Marine Corps. It felt like a brotherhood already, you know. And
Oh
so
wow.
I
And y'all
was,
are known for that. Y'all are known for
yeah,
brotherhood, right?
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
so I was,
he was creating a brotherhood environment before y'all even entered in the program.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And so
That's big.
it was, and so it woke something up in me, and I said, you know what, I like this. Yeah, I like the feeling of it. I mean, it feels natural. I feel like it's where I need to be. And
Okay.
so that was honestly how it happened. And so and so I signed up. You know,
So you went in right after high school?
I did. Right after I graduated, right after the summer, I went in September 5th. What 6 days before 9/11, actually,
Oh
2001.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
yeah. So
Wow. So you found the recruiters came, so all the recruiters were at the school periodically
yeah,
recruiting individuals for their respective branch, right? I
yeah,
just want to make sure the audience who don't know about the recruiting process kind of understand how it goes. So you were saying he was the only one that kind of uh kept the commitment, made sure
yeah,
that y'all were
yeah.
good. He
Yeah,
stayed
he
involved.
he
Yeah,
stayed. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. He just like I
he
say,
was consistent.
he
He
was
was
consistent.
consistent.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I say, other ones would come and they would check on you and see how you doing. But like I say, he had a consistency about him, and he stayed on top because I don't know if it was part of the just recruitment system, but he was good at it.
He was,
Nonetheless, he was
you know
good at
they
it.
be
Nonetheless.
recruiting us. He
Yeah.
was like, he was good at it. And that's interesting because when I was in high school, I actually went through JROTC for Army, but because I had a basketball scholarship, I didn't go into the military. I just went off and played ball.
Okay.
And
So yeah.
honestly, I didn't even think about the military at that point because I knew I was going on a basketball
Yeah.
scholarship. And I chose a smaller school versus a larger school because we had just lost our mom and I didn't want to be far away from my sisters at the time. So
Yeah.
I just went 30. I chose a smaller school, 30 minutes away, to hone in on my skills too, because I felt like I started playing late, even though I was like all conference and all of that stuff. But still, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this route for this and for this. But in that, I did the delay. So you was technically like delay entry program. Is was that considered because you didn't go right in after high school? You went a couple of months. You went
Yeah,
in a couple of months.
I guess you can say that. Yeah,
Okay,
I guess so. It gave me time to get straight and
get
get my
straight.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's what we called it, delay entry program, where they gave me roughly. I signed my documents like June or July. It had to be June, July, because I went in October 18th
Okay.
of 94. That's when I went in. So wow, wow. That's all right. And another thing you mentioned, um, the physical readiness part of it. My recruiter didn't do no physical readiness part, but I guess they was like, well, she's still playing basketball. She gonna be all right. Cause I was. I
And that
was
was,
still. I was
yeah,
playing a league ball, rec ball, pickup games. So I was still
yeah.
playing, but they ain't even worry about running with me.
Mm-mm.
So none
And
of
I was
that.
and I was and I was an athlete, but still, he was getting us ready for the training that we were about to do. So I didn't know nothing about running long distance. I didn't do pull ups and push ups. Like kids today, they're real knowledgeable in that stuff. My son plays football, and I mean they had those guys in the gym all the time. So it never dawned on me at that time to do more physical stuff. I played
Right,
ball. I went home. That was it.
right, right. I know. I didn't get that either. I could run short distance.
Yeah.
Long distance, I was like, I had to build up my wins for that. And push ups, and my upper body wasn't as strong as my bottom half. I just say that. And women tend to be stronger on the bottom half than they are top half. So I had to work on that. I had to work on the push-ups, but eventually I got it together and moved in. Ladosha says, wow. She says here, the Marines has a mantra my daddy swore by. We don't make you, we make you better. He was never in the military, but that was his favorite slogan. Oh, wow. Wow. Hoorah.
Right.
That's all right. That's all right. Look, give us some of them other slogans or taglines y'all say in the Marines.
Well, look, generally, look, some people like, how do I put it? Some people don't like to be called jarheads and devil dogs, but like I say, man, look, I generally see, I say simplify because, as we say, as always, it means always faithful. And
Okay,
so,
you say simplify?
simplify,
Wait, what?
simplify.
Simplify.
Yeah,
Sim Okay, okay. All right, I got you. I got you. Like, wait, is he saying simplify? What is he
simplify.
saying?
Always
Okay.
faithful.
Oh, okay. Always faithful. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. We Navy folks we do it to each other. Uh yeah, I won't say that. You're a good Marine. You're a good Marine. I won't call you I won't call you one of them names. You're a good Marine. You're a good Marine. All right. So for the second question I have for you, as we reflect back on leadership, teamwork, and resilience learned in uniform, um, how did your military experience shape your approach and discipline as a barber today? How does that structure impact you today?
But honestly, excuse me, honestly, I feel like I tend to stand out amongst some of my peers.
Right,
One, because I am a little bit older. So
right,
I
yeah,
felt like I started a little bit later. Um,
yeah,
I would have loved to have started earlier, but just the discipline itself.
right.
I hate to say it and be weird about it, but like just civilian side of things versus my militant mind, so to speak. Like I don't overthink anything. Honestly, I just look.
You,
I
you
like I
do.
don't. I'm not. I'm not. I don't follow the herd, but like you know you need something done, I do it. I don't argue. Like I say, it's just I'm simple.
Yeah,
You say get it done, I get it done. That's as simple as it is. Um,
okay.
but
So you
just the discipline in itself, the wanting to get things done from the cleaning to the having my tool, like even just simple stuff like having my tools on my desk laid out and set out. That's literally one of the first things that my clients notice. So they'll come up and they say, "Man, well, you must have been military because the way you got things laid out, it's all neat and clean and all of that." So like little stuff like that is just it sets me apart from my peers. Not saying
uh,
anything about my peers, but it's just those little bitty things.
it, honestly, Leon, it really, really does. And because we're in the image business, they look at that. They look at that. I have clients say the same thing about me. The additional piece that I have on top of the military, where I grew up, and my mom was like this. She was a stylist too, but in addition to that, I have a design background. I have a bachelor's in interior
Yeah.
design, so I'm always looking at the aesthetics of things, how it flow, how what do I use the most? This should go over here on this side to my left side because I'm left-handed, but I
Yeah.
still reach. I reach and grab my tools with my right. It's just I'm dominant left, but I do a lot. You would almost think that I'm dominant right too. As a matter of fact, I used to play ball with my right hand because the people who taught me with my right hand. But nonetheless, my tools, grabbing them, I grab from my right. But I have everything set up: barbicide, clipper spray,
So, so,
astringent,
so you make it
water.
easy for you. Yeah.
Right, right. I have it set up, and then the cohesiveness of how it visually looks on my station.
Yeah.
My tools are coordinated,
Like
either
it
black
flows.
or
It flows good.
a pop of color. My astringent jar, the jar that I have my water in is clear. You can see the content in it, and I have a little label on it in English, a little label on it so it shows what it is in the event that state board comes in
Yeah.
and they can see it. Because I don't like all of the varied colors of things on the. I might need to put me a line of stuff together, huh? No,
Good.
but I
Good.
just I do, and like even my clipper side. Well, one, I don't like the other stuff in the orange and white can with black writing. I just
Gotcha.
don't like how it come out.
Yeah,
It,
that
it
that's the spray nozzle. You know, it's funny you say that the spray nozzle on those things are terrible, but just depends on how you use it. But I agree with you.
It seems
So
like every time I get a can, it just don't want to act right. So I
yeah,
don't know if it's how the content of how it's made to make it come out that way. But I always use Cool Care.
yeah, it's just
And
spray nozzles, just different spray nozzles.
oh, okay. I see. I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy. So I
Uh,
use that, and then I always have my Lysol because even before COVID, hey, what's up? That's Cheryl, the hair oracle. Great to see you. What's up? Yeah. So I use Lysol as well because I still, most places.
Even
Got
sanitation
it.
for real.
Yeah, yeah. And oftentimes barbershops and salons, if they're providing the capes for you, they don't like you to use a fresh cape for everybody. So for me, I spray my cape down, I spray the chair down, and I was doing this because I'm kind of OCD like that.
Yeah.
I was spraying it down anyway, even though I still use a neck
Extra.
strip as well. I still spray it down and spray the chair down. So by the time I get my client, they hey, it's good. If they ask the chair where, oh, that's just a little bit of Lysol on the chair.
Yeah,
But I see what you're saying. The discipline. We do have a level of discipline. We do operate on a different level than most of our counterparts because of our training and our background.
yeah.
And it's no, shade to them. It just it just is.
It's just been
It,
I've been bred that way to show up early and stay late if I have to type of thing.
right. Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
it's almost like you look at each day almost like a mission. I hate to put it like that, but it's kind
Right.
of just the mission is to go in, get those haircuts, and just put a smile on somebody's face for the day. Not going with my problems and make sure
Right.
that I'm doing a great job, great service,
Hmm.
and come out with it's a win for me. That's how I look at it. That,
Right.
that that's a
Right.
successful day for me.
Right. Coming out with a win and putting smiles on people's faces. See what I mean, y'all, when we talk about Leon and him in the community with purpose and pride, the purpose he just told us, and do it with pride. That military, hoorah. No, let me stop messing with you. Hoorah, hoorah. All right. So this next question is kind of dealing with challenges and lessons from shifting from the military life to civilian life behind the chair. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but can you tell us? You mentioned making a difference. I know you good with kids because of course you have, you
I
have
love,
children,
I love kids.
especially children.
Love,
I know
love.
you do. That's why I said especially children. What does that look like for you in the shop and the community, um, and making a difference?
Um, honestly, I believe in I believe in giving back, even if it's just a little bit of my time. I know, that in this industry, it's such a growing industry, and hopefully it won't be oversaturated here in the long run. But it's
I
such
got
a
to
growing industry. I don't want to take anything away from the community. So sometimes, giving back to, just as simple as, back to school haircuts or something like that. Um, it's a service I appreciate. I like to go out there and do that
right.
type of service.
I
Um,
I I get excited about stuff like that,
I, I,
especially back to school
I love
events.
back to school events because honestly,
Man,
I haven't done enough of them. Honestly, I don't. My teacher. I'll be honest with you, Mr. Taylor. We went to the same school, YPI. Shout out to
yeah.
YPI.
Shout out to
Uh,
YPI. And we gonna
he's
put that. I'm gonna go and put that picture up. But that's Leon as a Marine. This Leon in school. YPI strong. Go
but he
ahead.
said,
You were saying
said if you can't, I can't remember the words. I'm just kind of rephrasing.
paraphrasing.
But yeah,
Yeah,
but he said if you can't do it for free, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Something like that. So I saw myself doing this for free, in the community, to say that, there's some people who honestly just can't afford something as simple as a haircut. It may be a mother of three, and haircuts is $40-$30 per kid now. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
and not saying that they don't deserve that, but everybody deserves at least to feel good because they look good. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And if I
right.
can do that by simply giving a haircut, then I'll do it for free all day. I'll do it for
Cheryl
free.
says, uh, giving back. I'm sorry, Ladosha says giving back is crucial to being a professional in our industry. It is. It really is. And that's something that we talk about. We talk about that because we are part of the community, and the history of what we do, we were staples and still are staples in our communities, many of the barbershops and beauty salons. So you're right. And I like that what Mr. Taylor shared with us, that if you can't do it for free, you shouldn't be, not to say that we aren't going to make money from it.
Yeah,
But I get the spirit of what he's saying. If you can't do it or give it away for free at some point or doing some point in your career,
to help
even
somebody
if
else.
it's for
Yeah,
stuff like community events, giving back, I'm sorry, giving back events, back to school events, or it could be something else. It could be a neighborhood event. Somebody is putting on something at a church, at a community center or
yep.
something like
Community
that, and they
center,
want to,
homeless shelter,
you know,
something like that. Yeah.
right, bring somebody in like ourselves to give back.
Or just
Holidays,
simply going to a school where you got up and coming barbers and giving them the knowledge that so that
right,
they can be better than what you are.
right. Because this the book knowledge is essential, and adding to that, having someone come in speaking real life scenarios and things that happen, it adds to that learning. So they're actually able to take that, the theory aspect of it, and say, oh, this how it really go.
Yeah,
Because the book can say one thing, but when you get out of reality and you dealing with them clients, it's like, oh, the book ain't telling me about
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
got to know social skills,
You do,
you know soft skills,
you
you
do.
got to have conflict resolution skills, you got to be professional. Well, I'm gonna say you should be professionals, because some of uh, uh,
Yeah,
jump on me.
some of them will
Oh,
try
let's
you.
be
They will.
professional. I
Some
was
of them will
that.
try
That's
you.
why you see. I'm fixing that,
Yeah,
because my professionalism may look different from your professionalism, from appearance to dress to just how you carry yourself, you speak to them, all of that. So it is important, and I think like you said, we should uh, give back in the manner
Now,
in which we can. Yeah.
and as much as I say, I like as much as I would love to get with other barbers and everything. I understand that between my own life. Sometimes you just don't have the time. So
Yeah.
it's just,
That's
just
true.
trying to
That's
it's
true.
just trying to make time when you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I would, like I said, I would love to get with a bunch of barbers here in South Carolina. We should be able to get together and come up with something. But like I say, everybody's got their own dream. Everybody's got their own path to take. So just
Right.
a question of how to make it happen. When it happens.
Right.
And
And
for
you
me,
know what?
it may
That
not be my
could be
time for that.
something. Yeah,
You
that
know what
might
I'm
could be something that we can do. Kind of hash it out. I talked to you about some stuff before we came on, which I believe it is very valuable because it keeps coming back to me.
saying? Yeah,
But like I say, I want to, throw it over to you first and see what you thought because it's something you can't do by yourself.
yeah,
You really can't do by yourself. But I believe together and whoever else, we could make it happen.
make it
But
work.
in coming together from this perspective that you're talking about, um, I think something like that could be done too. We just got to have a few good men, right? A few
Yeah.
good women.
A few good men, a few good women. Yeah,
A few good men and a few good women in the industry that are dedicated to do it, even if it's maybe once a year. I don't know, a holiday cut or something.
yeah,
I have a buddy friend of mine who's in Tampa who was prior Army. He does cuts for veterans in Tampa, in the Tampa area, every year during this time of the month. Hey, WK, I'm sorry. WK, come on. Hey, everybody. Greetings, Cheryl and Ladosha. Saying hey to Cheryl and Ladosha. So we got WK, Cheryl, aka the Hair Oracle, and Ladosha, aka Key Lolo, in the comments. And Miss WK, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Tonight we have Leon on. It's part of a series that I'm doing entitled "From Boots to Book to the Barbershop." From Boots to Barbershop, honoring military veteran barbers. Leon is U.S. Marines. He's also a barber here in the Lexington, South Carolina area. And I've been doing this series this month to honor military veterans who are barbers like Leon and myself. I have one more to do this month. And as I shared with Leon and the audience who have come on or was on or viewing this on the replay, that this is something that I would like to continue to do, not just in November, but throughout the year. If I can find other barbers to come on, be the male or female barbers and barber stylists or master hair care professionals who would like to come on and share their story and their experience from military to the barber chair. And it is different. It's unique in and of itself. It's almost like a unicorn, right? Finding the unicorn. You got
yeah.
somebody that's a service member and a barber. Come on, So I would like to highlight that. So if you know somebody out there, link them up with us. So Leon, the next question I have for you and making a difference through the craft. Um, you mentioned mentorship moments. You talked about confidence building in our generation to come after us. And I'm gonna say creating a safe space because when we came through versus how they're coming through now and even before us, it's different. The time is different. So
Yeah.
what is it about cutting hair that you probably mentioned it too, that brings you joy or fulfillment on a daily basis? So what is it about that? Be it mentorship, confidence building, or creating that safe space in your chair? Because I believe we do create those spaces for people.
Well, come in. I'm trying to make sure I answer your question before we like go too far off the rails. But
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
but just coming from a male perspective, being that I have like a form of scalp issues and whatnot, so
Okay.
it's very important for me to make people feel comfortable. Um,
Okay.
oh, man, I'm sorry. So it's important for me to make people feel comfortable. And
Okay.
so making sure that I give good service and making sure that someone, when they come in, they may be sad or feel bad or maybe angry
Right.
about something. When they leave my chair, I want to make sure that they, whether it's a quick 10-minute haircut or a 30-minute haircut, I want to make sure that they satisfied with the service that was given to them for that day. Um,
Okay.
because, like I say, it just, something as simple as a haircut really can change how a person feels about themselves.
It does, and it's not that it's an instant transformation because the
Yeah,
process of the cut takes time, but it's instant in that when they come in, they one way, but when they
yeah,
leave, they're
they,
another.
yeah. So,
And they
and I,
do feel better
yeah,
because the cut brings out the best in them,
yeah.
you know.
And so it's nice to see a young man come in and he go, man, I just don't know what to do with my hair, and I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
Right.
matter
Me
how
too.
I've been cut, but I'm still learning. But to keep myself to update with the new trends and the new styles and everything, and to see a young man come and go, I don't know what to do with my hair, and I say, you know what? Let me try something.
Right.
Let me get this, and then when
And
I'm
they
finished,
trust
and
you
and
because you're the
and
professional.
they trust me because I'm the
Yep.
professional, you know.
Yep.
And you turn around, hit them with that mirror, and they go, "Man, I like this. I love it, man. Great job."
That's all right.
Or either
That's
one, and so you know, I think it's funny because, granted, I mean, obviously, I don't know if people know, but I work at Great Clips, so I don't do a lot of content posting stuff like that.
uh-huh.
Um, because it's just, I mean, the clients is there. I mean, you got to be, you either good or you're there working on it, whatever reason you're there for.
Right,
But
right.
I love the diverse clientele that comes through there. I'll be honest with you, and I mean, client diverse in old to young people, from kids, from babies to older people. And so I think the last few weeks I've had somebody come in my chair, a lady. She was 91 or something, and
Yeah, my oldest was 102.
but
Yeah,
then and
like
to have
like
and to,
military
yeah,
personnel.
and to
Yep,
have them go, hey, I love it. It's nice. You did a great job. It makes me feel good, honestly.
that's
Uh,
that's all right. Ladosha says facts, image matters. And then I want to go back to something Cheryl put up in our industry, and she was talking about charity. Charity is profitable. Charity is profitable. It's where we can um, get the actually price of a cut on grooming service. If you give a $30 cut, but it's the value of, dang, why can't I read today? But if its value is really a $65 value, it is considered $65. So
yeah,
what she's saying here is basically we bring value, whether it's $30, you give a $30 cut, $65 cut.
yeah,
You're still bringing value to the
yeah,
individual. And what we do, uh, charity is profitable, like she said, no matter how you put it, it's still profitable. Whether
yeah.
it's in
It gives you a
we
chance to showcase what you can do as well.
yeah, it
You know,
does. It
uh,
does. It does. It really
that's
does.
we go to school for a reason because we're professionals. I went to school to learn how to do this professionally. And so
Right,
of course, it takes a bit of years to learn. Some people get it right away, some people don't. And
right,
so,
right.
as long as you keep trying and getting better at it, I mean, that's what counts.
Yeah, and if you stick with it, for those young people preparing to enter into the industry, those who are in the industry and you're in your first year, maybe even your second year, repetition, repetition, repetition. That's gonna get it. That's gonna help you to enhance your skills and be better at that thing that you want. You gotta to put in the reps. You
Yep.
gotta put in the reps. However you get them in, just get them in because that's gonna enhance it. You got to put in the reps. That's the only way you're gonna get better
Yeah.
by doing it. By
Yep.
doing it. Yeah, you can watch it, but what's that old saying? Some see, they do, but I learn by doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can
so
watch you. Yeah,
I say some just don't get it till you put your hands on it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like you gotta get your hands in there, get your hands dirty.
You gotta get your hands dirty. Gotta get your hands dirty, which takes us back to that repetition. You gotta get them reps in. And if you gotta cut for free, offer well, if you're looking for uh opportunities. You got homeless shelters. You can set up on the corner somewhere. You can go to nursing home facilities, volunteer there. There are a lot of different places that you pick up the phone and call and ask if the services are needed. And then if they are, tell them what it is, ask them what it is that you need to get into those facilities to offer those services to their residents, uh, patrons, whomever it is.
Yeah.
WK says hands-on helps with muscle memory. Right, it does. It really, really does. All right, I got one more question. Passion, purpose, and impact. How do you continue to carry the value of service, honor, and purpose into your life as a barber and mentor? How do you continue to carry those values in what you do? Uh,
Um. Well, I, who I don't know who's to say that I'm gonna stay in it, but
right.
I think my next goal is to, and I got a mentor. You know Miss Davis,
Yeah. Miss
Gwen
Davis,
Davis, also,
yeah, one of my
uh,
mentors too.
and so trying to keep me encouraged because I think I want to go into teaching as well. So I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure out, when I'm going to have time to, go to school so I can become an instructor. And I think that'll be how I'll be able to carry on the torch or pass on the torch, whether it's to my own boys or my daughter or whatever, or to somebody else's son or daughter. And so I think that's how I'll, be able to
To
pass on,
carry,
you
yeah,
know,
pass it on, carry.
yeah.
It's
So
interesting that you say that. I was trying to hold it together, but I'm looking at my stuff from where I am right now. I'm actually preparing to take my instructor exam, the practicum portion of it, Tuesday.
no, nice. Well, that's coming up soon.
And I got it. Yeah, I got everything. I was just running through the stuff, doctoring up the notes, all of that. But I take the practicum on Tuesday, and then 3 weeks from this coming Wednesday, I'll take the theory portion of it. So I'm like you. I want to carry the values, not only that I was brought up with, because I come from a legacy of being in the beauty and barber industry, even though I didn't go into it right away,
Yeah,
but my service values of honor and commitment and courage.
yeah. Out of
Uh,
courage,
I
yeah,
do desire to. I've always had a passion for teaching and instructing. I actually sub for 6 years, 2 states, 3 different counties. So that's my next. That's the next step for me.
yeah,
So prayerfully by the end of the year. No, it will happen before the end of the year. I might not have my license in hand by the end of the year, but it's going to happen uh, before the end of this year. And that was a goal of mine.
yeah.
Once I became eligible to go ahead and sit for the board, and Miss Davis,
And that's why I
we got
say,
to shout out Miss Look. We got to shout out Miss Davis because she was like, Yah-Tay, you need to go ahead and take that test. You can do it. You've been doing this stuff. You know how to do this stuff. So I had to kind of like, okay, you know what?
yeah.
I'm just
Because
gonna
honestly, if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have even taken the test.
right.
Granted,
Yeah,
I graduated school and everything, but she kept me
yeah,
encouraged because it was during the COVID time. But
yeah,
yes, I mean, along with my wife and everything. But
right.
she kept me encouraged to say, "Hey, listen, you went to
Let's
school,
get it
you might
done.
as well
Yeah.
go get the license."
Right, right. Don't let that go to waste.
Yeah, don't
Look,
let that go away.
We K Love says praying for you. You pass the exam, Yah-Tay. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm literally looking at my setup right now. I'm looking at my setup. So yeah, it's something, but that's that, like you, Leon, that's what I desire to do because of I just feel like my life experience, the careers that I've been in, um, I, I I believe that I have a well-rounded approach to bring to the young generation. You
Yeah.
know,
And I
and
just want to be able to pass off some knowledge if I can before
right, right,
something happened to me. Like I say, whether it's somebody, if I could just help one person, I'm cool with that. I'm not looking to help everybody. Everybody can't be helped, but if I can
right, right.
if I can pass on some knowledge to somebody who's actually willing to learn and really really want it, we just trying to help set somebody up to win as well.
Then that's it. That's it. I wow. Miss Davis has been very supportive with us on that, keeping us encouraged and moving. And I just put up a cut of Leon. Of course, he got a kid in the chair
That's actually
again.
that's my little boy right there.
That's the little one. That's it. Oh
Yeah,
wow, he is
yeah, that
big.
no, that's when he was little. No, he big now. He nine. He big now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Little Leon there. Yeah.
That was his
So
Mohawk days. Yeah,
yeah, a mohawk. Yeah, that's right. I remember when he had the mohawk. That's all right. So, um, you want to carry the values on through teaching. She say, "Oh, he's so adorable." You want to carry the values on through teaching, and I think that's an excellent way for us to be able to do that.
yeah.
So, Leon, as uh, sharing some final words of wisdom to our fellow veterans and aspiring barbers. I got another question for you. This is the last one. I got the
No,
last one
yeah.
for you. What advice would you give to other veterans who are considering a career in barbering after military life?
Honestly, um, I mean, I'm a straight shooter. I don't really have nothing deep to say. Honestly, if you want to get into it as early as possible so you can learn as much. Um, and go somewhere where you're comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because work, depending on who you work with and who's teaching you, it makes all the greater difference in the world.
It does. It
Honestly,
really
I
does.
honestly love the team that I work with. It's a group of ladies and sometimes men, but they're great. They're a great group, and when I needed help or when I need help, they always um, willing to stop what they're doing and help me. And
Mhm.
likewise, if they need mine, I'm willing to stop and help them. But if you're going to get into it, really just dive into it. Like one of my things is before I left home at 18 to go to the Marine Corps, I can't say exactly what she said, but she said, whatever you do, excuse me, she said, whatever you do, just do your best at it. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
and and so that's what I strive to do. Whether it's from whether I'm a janitor or cleaning toilets, it doesn't matter. I do
Yeah.
my best and I put 100% into it. And so and I think that shows up for me every day I go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like I said, it's
From
plenty of,
sweeping the floor, wiping the
yeah,
top of the station, all
yeah,
of that, holding up the
that
linen,
you don't have to tell me to do. You don't have to tell me to clean
right,
up. You don't have
right.
to tell me to check
Because you
people
see
in.
it and know.
I
You
see,
see
I
it
know
and
what
know it
needs to
needs
be
to be
done. I
done.
do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna dive into it, just dive all the way into it.
Right.
And you still should be able to continue to be who you are, but just do it well.
Dive in and do it well. And as Leon grandma would say, whatever you do, baby, do your best.
That's
Do
it.
your best at it. And that is so true. If you're gonna do it, be your best. And I think that's one thing that I not only observed from my mom when she would interact with her clients and how she maneuvered through the salon and different things. She always operated in a spirit of excellence. But collectively, I think we, as I can't speak for no other culture, and even all of us at times, And I'm just being honest, but I think as a whole, we always tend to operate at the highest level possible to the best of our ability, no matter what it is that we're doing, yeah, providing that we take pride in what we do. But
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
that whether
yeah,
it's what one would call a menial job of sweeping, that's important. Very important. Or something as high as leadership and leading a team or leading us, military wise. We always operate in that spirit of excellence. So for me, it was always doing my best, putting my best foot forward. And as an oldest child, sometimes that can be a little challenging because you hold yourself to a higher standard,
and they
and
depend on
and,
you.
and sometimes you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
sometimes it's like, okay, you don't give yourself enough grace, enough space, uh, all of those things. But in saying that, as Leon has said, you want, and his grandma, you want to always do your best, and put yourself in a position where you can do your best, study your craft, hone in on your craft, continue with continuing education, and honing in on your skills so that you can be the best barber stylist, master hair care professional, master barber, or anybody in the beauty industry for
yeah,
that matter. Hone in on your skills and take it from there. And
yeah.
Ladosha says, I
Per-
agree. My parents swore by that. And
yeah,
I'm
perfect
serious,
craft.
Ladosha.
Yeah,
I really think I see it from somebody cooking, somebody serving, the pride that they take. And I always make it a point to acknowledge that, whatever it is. I make it a point, especially when I see the passion in what somebody is doing, because it shows. It really does show and shine through.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's why I love your platform, Yah-Tay. You're so
Thank
passionate
you.
about it. I don't think I don't know if people know you, but like I don't think they understand your passion for it. Um,
I
Coming,
am. It took me a minute to get
knowing your
on it.
story a little bit, but I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Like I shared in the beginning of, um, I'll also link the intro to why I started it. But in saying that, it was on my heart years ago, but I sat on it because I just didn't know how it would be received,
Yeah.
how I gonna get it going, who I'm gonna get on, all of those things. And even now with
It's
topics and getting people on, I'm like, you know what, y'all tell you want to teach something. You don't
like
have
I said,
nobody,
yep,
still get on,
yeah.
you
Like I
know?
said, there's been people in the industry that's been in here for a long time, and
Yeah,
we're not really. I just want to say we're not comparing ourselves to them, but it's just what you take from it.
yeah, yeah,
Think about what
yeah,
you take from it.
yeah. Ladosha says here, excellence is who we are and what we do. I definitely understand her passion. Yeah, she always was like that. And I think, like I said, we as a collective, I can see it in us. And I don't know it's because of the history of having to prove ourselves, of always be better than, and hold ourselves to a high standard. But by nature, it seems like that's just who we are as a people.
Yeah,
um, I I'm so grateful and thank you for sharing that. I am passionate about it. I hope to do, no, I will do, speaking it into existence, um, bigger things or greater things with the platform. I'm still
yeah.
learning about the equipment and how to use it. Right now, I'm working with what I what I have. Um, I'm looking at, should I stay in my vignette back here or go into my home studio and go from there, because the background drop and all of that, is something too. So I'm looking at all of those things. I'm even looking at topics for next year, how to who to who can I reach out to get on, and all of those things. But I just want to say thank you once again for taking time out of your day, your family time to come on for a second time. And I look to
Uh,
have you on again
I love it.
in the
Thanks
near
for having me.
future. I appreciate it. And once again, happy belated Veterans Day.
Thank you. I was going to
Happy
say thank you for
Marine.
your service.
Thank you for your service. Happy Marine birthday to you, which I found out too. The Navy's birthday is October 13th, and we turned 250 years this year as well.
Oh, okay.
And the Navy was formed in Philadelphia, and I was like, oh wow, that's something that I didn't. I'm gonna say remember the history of, because it's been so
I,
long since I've been
I
out.
was about, I was about to say, don't get me started. I
I
can't wait.
know, right? I'm like,
I got,
I
the
don't know.
crazy thing is, I was just cleaning out my garage and I found some old paperwork from when I think I had to do a board, and it was like some of the information and history of the Marine Corps. I just thought it was
Oh
funny.
wow. Some of y'all, we gonna put that Marine picture back up there one more again. We same
Right?
here. I was looking for something in my storage. I came across my all navy duffel bag that I had. I actually thought I got rid of it, but I came across that. Um some other, some other things. And actually, y'all, I gotta tell y'all this. So you remember the old radios with the cassette deck on it, and then the CD player on it?
Yeah.
I had like a two-in-one, basically. So I still have that. I bought that thing in 1997, and I still have it, and it still works. It still works to this day. But it's a small, like, radio boom box, what we used to call it back in the day, a
Yeah.
little boom box. I still have it to this day. So, like you, I've been coming across some stuff
Nostalgia.
as well. Yeah, I've been coming across some stuff. Uh, in closing, I just want to say, you all, Leon Taylor, Mr. Leon, reminds us that service doesn't end when the uniform comes off. It simply shifts into new form. And as you can see, he's taken it. He's done a few other things in between becoming a barber. You got to catch episode number 18 to hear about those things. But nonetheless, it simply shifts into new form, whether in the military or behind the chair. He's proof that purpose and passion can go hand in hand. And you see the passion, you see the purpose, you see the honor and value of service that he's committed to what he does behind the chair and within his community locally there in Lexington. So thank you for tuning in to From Boots to I would say boot camp. From boots to boot camp. From boots to the barbershop, honoring military veteran barbers. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss our next inspiring story. Once again, happy belated Veterans Day. Hoorah to you. And I want to share this. I don't know if I shared it. So you might not know this, Leon, but I have two sisters. Boots on. LaDosha says, thank you, Leon. She also says boots on the ground. Yeah, we got these boots on the ground. But I want to share with you all. So this is real special. And some would, when you hear it, you're gonna think, how is that possible? But I have two sisters, right? Erica and Shantavia. We call it Tavia, who are born on November the 11th.
Okay.
I got two sisters that are born on the same day, and no, they're not twins. So one sister is on my dad's side. Erica is on my dad's side.
Yeah.
Let me rewind. They were born on the same day and in the same year.
Wow.
Okay. I don't know who was born first. Erica might have been born first because I know my baby sister on my mom's side was born in the afternoon, Tavia. But anyway, both of them are born on November the 11th. One sister, Erica, is from on my dad's side, and then my sister Tavia, Shantavia, she's on my mom's side. And here's the kicker: my baby sister on my mom's side, Tavia, She is a military veteran. She's a U.S. Navy veteran now. She retired 2 years ago with 21 years of service. So not only does she celebrate her birthday, she's also a veteran. How unique is that?
That
I
is.
just thought I'd share that. But
It's a little unique. It is unique, ironically.
right. Two sisters, two birthdays, same day, same year, different parents, but same age. One is a veteran whose birthday is a veteran. So she get birthday cake, she get veteran special birthday.
Double the celebration.
Right. And another thing, she always have her birthday off, y'all.
Yeah.
She always has her birthday off. Wow, that's pretty cool. Thank you. So once again, thank you, Leon. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me,
If you
Yah-Tay.
got no problem. If you got a few minutes after the fact, I want to talk to you about that, what we discussed,
Yep.
and just kind of, run that by you. Because I got some other things that I want to share with you on that. And then hey, till next time, look, we salute. Now, people don't know how to salute like this, right, Leon? They with the wrong and the wrong look and the wrong hand, because I got the wrong hand up, right?
Yeah, you gotta have a hand down, you know what I'm saying?
But those of us, we know, oh, pardon me. I gotta put my blue and gold on. Y'all see that? Anywho, until next time, keep your purpose sharp and your fades even sharper. Thank you once again, Leon. I appreciate you. And WeK says, have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Leon and Yah-Tay. We appreciate you all. This has been another episode 45. Can you believe it? 45. From service to significance, how Leon Taylor makes a difference one cut at a time. Thank you to our military veterans. We appreciate y'all service, and especially I'm being partial over here, especially our military veterans who are barbers. We really salute y'all because
Yes.
y'all doing the thing. Y'all doing the thing. Still serving. All right. Thank you all. Until next time, we'll see you again soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't miss the next inspiring story coming up next Sunday.
I am real roots pride. I am real roots love. I am real roots naturals. I am real roots pride. I am real roots love. I am real roots naturals. I am real roots pride. I am real roots love. I am real roots naturals.